Much Music special presentation.
Much Music. My name is Rick Campanelli. We're coming to you live from downtown Toronto, right behind me there. The Much Music World headquarters. We're here for one reason. It's Alive at Much with Evanescence, and if you want to get a hold of them, you can. You can phone us, you can email us. These people right back to Pump. Let's get right down to this. They sold 7 million albums worldwide. They're up for 5 Grammys. They're from Little Rock, Arkansas. Make some noise. Evanescence.
Lovely to see you all. Anybody coming to the show? It's going to be great. Looking forward to it. Okay. You may not have heard this next one. We've never played it ever. Wait. Give me a second here. It's in the right key, okay. Oh my God. Okay. Josh. Hold on. You know what? What keys bring me to life in? I'm sorry, you know what? It's Canadian television. Let's do it again. Ready, go. Okay, I got it.
Some noise, everybody. Evanescence right there. This is definitely Canadian television, Evanescence live after the break right here on Much Music. Come back and join us. Yes, you're back with the Live at Much with Evanescence. My name is Rick, and to my left is Amy Lee from Evanescence. How are you?
I'm good.
Good to have you here.
Thank you.
For us, the people watching at home, the people down here, this is a landmark for us. Having you guys perform.
It's great to be finally here performing. We're playing our first show in Toronto tonight, so we're really excited about it.
I didn't hear a word you said because they just kept
couldn't
cheering.
I hope you asked the question. I thought you did. I was just like, we're playing tonight. It's going to roll.
I hope you answered the question that
Okay,
I thought I asked.
cool.
So let's just clarify, between the two songs there, you were saying this is Canadian television. You wanted to perfect it for the Canadian audience, obviously.
It's just something I've never done. It all feels the same, but I just had to blame it on something. I think I should have blamed it on the cheerleader skirt, actually. All the cheerleaders are mad at me for making fun, and oh well.
No, cheerleaders are loving
The
it.
curse of the cheerleaders.
And the leg warmers.
Whatever.
Perfect December apparel.
Thanks.
In Canada.
Okay.
Maybe not. Let's talk about this whole Evanescence thing. This is a huge phenomenon, not only here in North America, but in the world, like all over the place. You guys are massive. Yeah, you can share that.
Thanks.
What is it about your music that you think people are identifying with so much?
I wish we could ask an audience member. Because I get asked that question all the time, and I never really know how to answer it. Like, who knows what people are going to connect with? Who knows? All I know is just to be honest and be myself. I don't know if you really want to ask an audience member. I have no clue. Ask somebody that works at a record label because, I don't know, they've got to have a plan. You have to go into it with an open mind, thinking, okay, we could totally bomb, and honestly, we probably will because that's what happens to the majority of bands. Like, you never ever hear of them, so you have to be positive and hope you do well. But I mean, it's such a slim chance that you're going to be successful that it's kind of like we were really, really shocked and surprised and happy.
Yeah, good approach, great attitude as well. I'm sure there's a number of reasons why 7 million people have bought the album. You rock, could be one of them.
Thanks.
That's just me. One of
they don't see these little instances where I'm a total nerd like in real life.
Oh
so
no, trust me.
We got to keep them on the down low.
They all saw it. Although this is a Canadian exclusive.
I'm afraid that's it. We just went down about 1 million copies. They're all returning their records as we speak. Amy's a nerd.
I'm not the only one that's asking the questions today. People from all across Canada, the people that have joined us today, the people that are watching today. We're going to get to a question from Montreal. It's Katie. If you want to pay attention to that monitor right up there. Okay. Katie, go ahead. Montreal.
Hi, I'm Katie from Montreal, and I have a question for Amy. I was just wondering, since you make a lot of your clothes for your videos yourself, if you were going to start a clothing line of your own soon.
Yeah.
Okay. No. I'm sorry. It's like I've seen people do this, like I guess like Jennifer Lopez and Gwen Stefani and other people, and I think it's interesting and everything, but I don't know. I don't feel like I'm a real like fashion-y. Like I don't really put that at the top of my list of credentials. I like to design my own stuff because it's just another way to express myself. And normally, I honestly just can't find what I'm looking for. So, but I'm not going to open a line, I don't think, because I would rather inspire people to think for themselves. I mean, that's what I'm doing. I'm just like doing my own thing. So do your own thing too.
And obviously, your priority is music.
Yeah.
And the band.
Yeah.
And what you guys create.
Absolutely.
Aside from making clothes like.
Yeah.
Sean John and all that stuff.
Right, I'm not going to go there.
When with the clothes and in your videos and the visuals that we pick up from you, the imagery is very dark at times. Where does that come from?
I don't know. I think that for me, music writing is it's like a therapy. It's like it gives me a chance to express things, and the reason for expressing them is like to get whatever's wrong with me out and fix it. Like if you can take some negative experience and turn it into like something beautiful, like a piece of art or a piece of music, then you're kind of free from it in a way.
Yep, good. June has a question as well. June is right over here. She's in the red sweatshirt. June, this is Amy.
Hi.
Say hello and go ahead with your question.
Around the world, you have female friends. How does it feel to know that they see you, they think you're gorgeous, which you are, can I just say? I think you're absolutely beautiful. How does it feel to know that they look at you and they want to imitate you and be like you?
That's very nice of you. Again, kind of the same answer. Like, I, more than anything, would want to inspire people to feel good about themselves and to not try to be like someone else, but to be themselves. And I feel like one of the biggest problems that our youth faces is feeling like they have to be like something or be like somebody to fit in or whatever. I never fit in. I have never fit in my life anywhere. And I think that the thing to be inspiring is for people to do whatever they want. Like, if you want to look like something, if you want to say something, just do it. If people make fun of you, then it probably means they're doing something right.
Yes. Great answer to a great question. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
June. Another question comes to us from Jessica. It's an email question. If you want to look up that monitor right over there. I hope you have good eyes as well. But I'll read it out to you.
I do. I'm looking. They're kind of red today. I don't know. Maybe it's a little sick.
How is it traveling with a bunch of guys? Does it make you act differently, or make them act differently? I'm figuring you're all close friends.
Yeah. Well, okay. The toilet seat thing is kind of annoying. I make as big of a mess as anybody else does, so it's not a big deal. I don't know. It's just like anybody. I've always had a lot of guy friends. Just being a musician, just kind of is the way it is. I think girls are way too competitive, but. Like, also, like, my best friend is on tour with me. She's my hairstylist and my makeup artist and my everythingist. So I'm not totally alone. Yeah, we're all friends. We hang out.
We the people have been waiting out there for a while, and we know it's cold, and we know it's warm in here. But would you like to go outside and say hello to some of them out there? It's totally up to you.
Okay.
We can quickly get out there.
I should have brought my coat.
A coat? Well, you have your leg warmers. You can wrap them around the top part of your arms if you like.
Wearing a tank top. Let's go.
Let's do it. Right outside here. You can lead the way if you want. And be careful because it's really slippery up here because it has been snowing. This is Canada, as you know. There's Amy, everybody from Evanescence. There they are. They're going to be taking a lot of pictures. There's also a question as well out here from Rochelle. So go ahead, Rochelle. This is Amy.
Hi.
Hi, your music and your style has so much an influence on the people that listen to you,
Thank you.
especially young girls. How does it feel to be such a big role model to these young girls who want to start their own bands and get into the music business?
I think that's great. I definitely want to inspire that. Everybody should feel confident enough and free enough to do it, whatever gender you are. It shouldn't make any kind of difference. I don't know. We need more girls in the industry. Come on, step up.
Yep.
Let's go.
All right. Here's the deal. It's getting bloody cold out here. We're going to head back in. You guys stay here. You guys keep watching more
Bye,
of the
guys.
Live at
Thank
Much
you.
with Evanescence after the break. Come on back and join us. Watch your step. You're back with the Live at Much with Evanescence. Amy to my left. There's her album. It's called Fallen. 7 million worldwide. That's amazing. And as I look around the room here, the question that Rochelle had for you outside, as you look around the room in here, there's a bunch of females in here.
I know. Well, yeah.
There's females all over the place. There's a couple
That's that
guys.
high-pitched scream going. No, that's cool. I think it's really cool. But I feel like it's pretty even, like at our shows and stuff.
At your shows.
It's one of the few things that I've been to where it's like 50-50 guys and girls, and I think that's so great that we can be equal for something.
What part of it do you think is attracting the girls, and what part of it do you think is attracting the guys?
I don't know. I can't analyze my own music.
Yeah, let's
this
not
way.
analyze. Yeah,
It's just art.
Let's just
okay?
enjoy it.
Just appreciate it for what it is.
all right, I'll stop with the questions then.
Well, isn't that your job?
Yeah, you're right. And your job is live music. That on the way with my Immortal. But Jeff behind me here. Yep.
Thanks.
Jeff behind us here has a question for you. Jeff, go ahead. This is Amy.
Just curious, why did Ben leave the band?
I wish we could ask him. I don't know his number anymore. He changed it. But I think that we were all very unhappy, to be honest. I mean, especially Ben. I think it gets to a point sometimes in this situation very early on, but his heart just wasn't in it. And when your heart isn't in something, it kind of messes it up for you and for everyone. So all of us, including Ben, are much happier now. Thank you.
Yeah. And he left. He just left in Germany, and you said you haven't spoken to him yet.
I don't know what I would say. Hey, dude, what's up?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we'll talk eventually.
He hasn't approached you guys, or?
No, not really. I think we ended up at one of the same after parties after an award ceremony one time, but I just kind of didn't see him.
We got to get Columbo for this one. This is a mystery.
It is. It's well. I mean, it's not. It's weird. You'd have to be there to understand. Like it's one of those things where we were in kind of a bad situation, just kind of perpetually, and it was like perpetually, Arkansas, perpetually, just kind of an ongoing negative vibe, and something had to give, and it did.
But from day one, you know,
Not
back
from day
years
one.
ago, when you met, 13
Right.
years old, things were great. Obviously, you made
Right.
this album, and just
Yeah, I mean, over the past couple of years.
yeah, yeah.
So
Hey, people, things happen.
it is what it is. Bands grow, bands evolve, and that's all we're doing.
Another question from the road. This time we're going out to Halifax. Have you ever been to Halifax?
Where's that?
It's eastern Canada.
Okay.
There's a lot of them watching. They have great lobster if you're into that.
Oh, wow.
And great
I'm allergic
people.
to lobster.
You're
so.
okay.
It's the only thing that I'm allergic to.
Great people though.
Cool.
Let's get to it. It's Justin. He's in Halifax. Pay close attention up here.
Okay.
Go ahead, Justin.
Hi, I'm Justin from Halifax, and I have a question for Evanescence. I was just wondering if the guys in the band ever get jealous of all the attention that Amy gets.
Guys, somebody come out here.
Yeah, where are the guys? Get these guys out here.
Rocky will and
Couple new faces as well.
come on, everybody in my band.
The answer was no.
He
we
said
don't.
no, we don't. Okay, thanks.
Are they-
I don't think they can get through. There we go. Okay, we got two.
We're gonna get it right from the
We got
horse's
two.
mouth.
Will didn't want to come out. He feels self-conscious about his hair today.
Ran. Hey, what's up? No, we do not get jealous.
Yeah.
We love Amy,
Yeah.
and it's a great band. Everybody loves the band. It's not just about Amy. Come
That's
on.
right. That's right.
Thanks, dude. I'll pay you later.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming
You
out.
just earned
Thanks for coming out, guys.
$15. Thanks.
Thanks, guys. You'll see these guys in a little while. Getting back to those guys rock. Yeah,
They do.
what's this? We've all heard about Wes helping out with the band. His involvement. Can you tell us a little more about that? Wes Borland.
He doesn't have any
formerly?
involvement as yet, other than like we've been talking. Like Wes and I are friends because we worked together with Danny Lohner on Underworld, and then they didn't end up being able to use my stuff. Like I did a bunch of vocal writing and stuff, and I didn't get to use it because legal stuff, like lawyers and labels, and it just like was last minute. So we got to be friends that way, and then we started talking. And when Ben left, it was just like very natural for me to call him and be like, hey, and he was like, yeah. So I mean, I where it's at now, we haven't written anything together, but I think he'll probably work on a song or two on the next album. But I don't think much more than that because we're doing really well writing on our own. And also Terry, who's just joined the band, is an incredible writer, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can bring to the table.
So this lineup that we see here today at Much Music, this is the lineup that will be on the next album, most likely?
Yeah, this is the band.
This is it right here. We have, and just before we get to this phone call from Amanda, Wes Borland's contact lenses are pretty sweet too.
Yes, they are.
You know, aside from his writing and producing skills and his
I know,
guitar
like, I
playing.
can't get them now. I was going to. For real. I totally think they're awesome.
But you have the eyeshadow.
The black.
You have the eyeshadow to go along with your eyes.
Yeah, who has that?
Amanda, she's with us. I don't know where the heck she's calling from.
Okay.
Dundalk, Ontario. Amanda, this is Amy. Say hello and go ahead with your question.
Hi. I was just really wondering what inspired you to write the song My Immortal, because it's helped me through a lot of rough times and through a very bad death in the family that I had recently. And I was just wondering what event really inspired you to write it.
Thank you so much. And I'm sorry. I've been through an experience like that myself when I was a very young girl, but that's not what that song is about, actually. This is the one song that was Ben's. He wrote it when he was very young, and he wrote basically the whole song by himself. And I hate to tell you this, Ben kind of doesn't write from self-experience. It's sort of a hypothetical, but the vibe of it is, and the vibe that I relate to and what I can take from it with my similar experience is it's when you feel like you've dwelled on someone that's gone for way too long and you feel almost haunted by the memory, and it's when you get to that point that you're not wishing they were back anymore but actually asking for the presence to leave you, which is kind of a scary thing, but at the same time it's where you're about to be released and set free, so it's beautiful too.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you.
12 months ago, a lot of the people in the room here, people watching, myself, we had no idea who Evanescence were. It's got to be surprising that it has happened so fast for you. Although there's a lot of hard work put into it. What were the circumstances with you and Evanescence? A year ago.
We were writing the album. Recording it. Wow, it's late now, isn't it? This is December.
Yeah.
We finished recording, I guess, in late November. So at this time, I guess we just finished. And actually, yesterday was my birthday. So thanks. So last year on my birthday, we were doing the photo shoot for the album and stuff. And I guess today I was on a plane going home for Christmas, and all I ever want for Christmas is strawberry cake. So
that's it.
Going home, I'm getting my strawberry cake in like 3 days. So looking forward to it.
Do you get strawberry cake for your birthday as well?
My mom makes strawberry cake for me every year.
Nice.
It's very sweet, isn't it? It's kind of goofy. Yeah, strawberry cake with strawberry ice cream.
We got another email question right here from Tiffany. Hey, Amy, just wanted to say that I think you have a truly amazing voice. Listening to your songs is so cathartic. Anyhow, does it ever strain your voice to sing the way you do?
Yeah, actually. It's incorrect.
It's incorrect.
I know, because like, I took choir for years, and there's like a certain way that you're supposed to project, and a certain way you're supposed to, a certain place in your body you're supposed to come from, that it won't hurt you, and all that stuff, and I just
right down there
threw it all out the window, I guess. I feel like I use it sometimes. I kind of go half and half to save it, but just singing like rock music for the most part, it's hard to do right, and it's hard to do without hurting yourself. It's just part of it, and you have to kind of give that up. So, but at the same time, like, you get conditioned, like being on the road all the time. I guess that you learn. I don't know, like doing it over and over, it almost like smooths out the bumps, and you just do it. Right. I don't know. I think it hurts my voice sometimes.
Hot tea with lemon and honey always helps.
Lemon, honey, and ginger. Ginger heals all your throat wounds.
And I guess the Canadian weather doesn't really help, does it? It's cold, winter.
Yeah, well, we were just all through Europe,
yeah,
like on planes and buses, and through like Sweden and Copenhagen and all these cold, yucky places. So this is actually a little bit better.
A little warmer.
A little bit. Not warmer, but yay, Canada. Oh, Canada! That's the only words we know.
That's it.
We were at the airport, we're like, oh, Canada. We're like, no, I don't know it. Only the first. Oh, Canada!
They
like,
can sing it for if you want.
Okay, let's hear it.
Well, the first line.
Okay.
Oh, Canada,
our home and native land.
We're so patriotic, aren't we?
I'm feeling the love.
I think they all want to.
Nice.
I think they all want to join you up here for the next song.
We all put our hand over our heart, and the Royal Canadian Mountie comes.
Oh, gee. There we go. The stereotypes are coming now. We got a few from Little Rock, Arkansas as well.
I know. I wasn't born there.
You weren't born there?
No.
We're going to get into where you were born. If it's interesting to you out there, after the break, it's Alive at Much with Evanescence. Amy's here, the guys here. Come on back.
I'm still getting this little interview thing down.
By the way, the Evanescence. I was going to, All right, wow.
Screaming, good. That's
all afternoon.
Hardcore.
I was going to say, if it wasn't anyone to fill in for Paul McCoy's parts right there on that song, I would have. I was standing right back there. I was singing. They were hearing me.
Should have said something.
Next time.
Okay.
We hooked them in anyway. Because we didn't let them know where you were born. You want to tell them where you were? It's no.
I was just thinking, like, what a lame interview I'm giving. I'm just like, like talking about where I was born, like singing the Canada song. It's like,
what does that say about the interviewer?
No, me. No, I'm just like BSing about whatever. Okay. I was born in Riverside, California, and I grew up in West Palm Beach, Florida, and then we moved to Illinois and Arkansas. I've moved around. My dad's in radio, so kind of like me being a military brat or something.
Was your dad at a easy listening station? Was he?
He is now. Yeah,
he's
been at all kinds of formats, but yeah, he's at like a Frank Sinatra, Celine Dion kind of.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And what does he think about all this Evanescence?
He loves it. He used to be in a rock band, so I mean, like, it's cool because he didn't want to put up with all like the business and everything, and decided to start a family instead. So I just send all the awards and stuff home to Dad, and he's all proud. He's like, yeah, pretends like it's him. He goes on the internet. He's on the message board. like every day. So it's like, please don't say anything weird. I get so embarrassed. I'm like, Dad, don't read that stuff. It's not true. Whatever you heard, I didn't do it. So.
And although the fiddle is the official state instrument, your dad plays the banjo?
He does play the banjo. He constantly, like, jokingly talks about, well, if you can't find an opening band for the Little Rock show, I can always come out with my banjo. I'm like, Dad, he's not even country. He just does it to be funny because we're in Arkansas. Like, wherever we are, he wants to be like the locals. It's like, cool. He's really good at the banjo, actually.
Well, tell us a bit about where you come from, Little Rock, Arkansas.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's not quite as bumpkin as you think, because Arkansas is obviously, there's a lot of backwoods and mountains and cows and yokels and stuff. But Little Rock, yeah, from stereotype. There are a lot of cows, but Little Rock, actually, the big capital city is like a normal town. I mean, it's small, but it's still like a city with a downtown and like a Walmart and a TCBY. I'm so lame. Yeah, it's like a normal city, but I mean, if you kind of go at all out of Little Rock, it's pretty funny. It's Pick Porch and Dog Patch,
nice,
Booger Hollow. Yeah.
And General Douglas MacArthur was born in Little Rock.
Is that right?
That's right. I did my Little Rock research.
Wow.
Leading up to this one. It's an interesting place. Never been there, but I'd like to someday. Rachel has a question for you. Amy, Rachel, you're right over here. Go ahead. Say hello and go ahead with your question.
Hi. You say that the band and the album are about knowing that you're not alone when you're going through all these tough things. Like the person who called in, I had a friend who died very recently, and listening to Bring Me to Life really, really helped me get through it. I was wondering, what the feeling was behind that, as well as the inspiration when you were writing.
Thank you. I think that song can mean a lot of things, and as over the last year we've played it so many times, depending on what I'm going through, and how much I've grown, like, it changes meanings for me. It's like all the time I'm like, oh, whoa, it means this today. And when I wrote it, it was about, I was in an abusive relationship for a long time, and I was finally, like, waking up to realizing it, because you kind of go into denial about things like that. And somebody said something to me. They said, are you happy? And it was like somebody I didn't even know, and just, like, looked me right in the eyes, and I was like, yeah, I'm cool. And then it made me think about it, and I was like, wow, I'm really unhappy. So I think it's really, to me, at the root of it all, about whatever you're in, whatever cycle, whatever, like, bad situation or whatever, break out of it. Like, there's nothing holding you down. You are free. If in your mind you're free, you can just go. And it's just set yourself free. That's it.
Good words, Amy. You in a positive relationship these days?
I'm in a very positive relationship these days, yeah.
Good. Moving right along.
What?
Oh, no. I got some other questions here.
Bring on.
With the success that you had in traveling the world, do you find that people act towards you a little differently? Do you act towards them a little differently?
In different places?
Yeah, in different.
Actually, the one thing I think I've learned is that people all over the world are the same. I feel like just going to the shows and meeting our fans, and besides, like, any funny accent they may have, like, everybody's the same all over the world inside, and that could be the reason, which is a shock to me, that our music could be, like, accepted and well known and be doing well, and people are connecting with it all over the world. It's like, even if they don't speak the language, which is really weird. But I mean, like, once they figure it out or whatever, it's all in your heart, and I think people are the same everywhere.
Yeah, it's something when you go to Italy or Japan or another nation that speak different languages, and you're singing and you're looking at them singing the words back. It's pretty cool.
It's really cool. Yeah. That is really cool. People, like, especially like Japan and stuff, where it's totally different. They don't speak English there, really.
Yeah.
And you see them speaking, like, English words, singing them to you. You're just like, what? Do you know what you're saying? It's really cool.
We have a question from Ottawa as well.
Okay.
So if you want to pay close attention to that monitor up there, go ahead in Ottawa.
Hi, I'm Lauren from Ottawa. Were you guys bothered that you were called a Christian rock band when you first came out?
I wasn't bothered. I'm always kind of bothered when you're put in a box. I mean, if you're labeled, it never feels good to be labeled as, like, I don't know, even just in school, like as a nerd or an art brat or whatever. It's like, it's not cool to be labeled, and especially that kind of pissed me off, because we're not a Christian rock band. And it's weird, though. Like, it's not a big deal. I think the only reason it's been asked so much is that I acted pissed off. It's like they just want to see you get mad. I'm a Christian, and I have nothing to be ashamed of. I think everybody should have their own beliefs, and there's no reason not to feel that way, but it's not what our music is about, and I'm definitely not trying to preach. And most of our music touches on issues a lot of people that are in the Christian rock industry are afraid to touch on, so it wouldn't be right for us to be in the Christian rock industry.
Are you a very spiritual person, Amy?
Spiritual? I don't know how... There's a big difference, I think, between religious and spiritual. And yeah, I think I am spiritual. I am... I don't know how you mean. It's like I think our music is spiritual as well. I am very in contact with my spirit.
Okay. Were you guys not categorized at first, though, a Christian rock band?
By some.
By some?
I mean, it was just something they were like, I think a lot of people assumed we were something with our lyrics.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because we talk about all kinds of things.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's weird.
But it's cool because our lyrics are kind of vague and deep, and I think a lot of people in the Christian industry and everything really connected with it and just felt like, oh, naturally she's talking about my religion, and we weren't necessarily. So
since it was so vague.
And also, our label is famous for Creed above all other bands. That it's a small label. And they have Creed and a couple of other Christian rock bands, and then they also have secular bands, but nobody pays attention to that. Why? And so, I mean, I guess they kind of were like, oh, it's a wind-up band, they're a Christian band. So I think that was part of it too.
Get it. Brendan has a question for us as well, for you actually. He's in Fredericton, New Brunswick. Go ahead, Brendan, with your question.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, what made you chose rock over all the other genres of music for your sound?
Well, I feel like our music is a lot of genres. I feel like there's rock in it, and maybe that's even the foundation for it. But there's a lot more incorporated into it. It's rock. There's elements of classical, industrial, soul. I mean, I can say that because I listen to a little Marvin Gaye in my spare time. I'm not ashamed. And everything. I mean, we're just very open-minded. We listen to everything. So I guess we're a rock band, but I feel like we're a lot of other things too. So it's hard for me to say. And also, I guess really to answer your question, I don't know. It wasn't like a choice. It was just like we just started making music, and this is what it sounded like.
Hey, thanks, Brandon. The sound is very unique.
Thanks.
You sound it with your angelic voice over the hard rockin'.
Thank you.
It's a great sound.
Thank you.
Hey, John's back here. This way here, over my left. John.
My John?
He's holding a mic.
Oh, hi.
John, you have a question for Amy?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead, man.
I know you guys released the CD before you released Fallen, but I've never been able to find it anywhere. I'm wondering if you guys plan on re-releasing it.
We get asked that a lot. Origin is not an album. Should I say that clear? Origin is not an album. We recorded its demos. We recorded it a long time ago, like in Ben's apartment and in my parents' attic with an 8-track recorder. It cost about $300. Sounds like crap. I mean, don't feel bad that you don't have it. It's like, just download it. It looks kind of like an album because we had like an artist make us this cool album cover and stuff because we were using it to shop record labels. So we put everything we had on there, and actually some of the songs on there are on Fallen, just done right. So that's why you can't find it. And no, we're not going to re-release it, but I would consider doing some of those songs over again and putting them on the next album.
Are you going to be singing any of those songs at the show tonight?
Sing any of the... Yeah, we will. We will sing one of our old songs at the show.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And you're going to the show tonight, John? Who else is going to the show tonight? With that?
That's awesome.
What a bonus. They
That's
got to be
great.
here with us for Live at Much, and then they're going to be seeing the show, and as well Finger 11 on the show tonight.
Yeah.
And you've been doing a lot of shows.
Finger 11 rules.
Yeah,
They've been
great.
really cool. We took them all through Europe and had a great time, just like constant party. So.
Hey, how's James's hair looking these days?
What hair?
So yeah, that's.
He doesn't have any hair.
Okay.
I don't know why.
It's always different with him. He's always changing it up somehow.
Really?
They're going to be here tomorrow.
Okay. Well, good luck with that.
Okay, thank you.
It's great that James is fronting the band because he's the one who's going to give you the right answers, but the rest of them are total goofballs. Just try putting them behind the mic. You'll be sorry.
Maybe we'll try that tomorrow.
Yeah.
There's a question from the area that you guys performed in last night. You performed in Quebec City?
Yes.
Question from Montreal. So, okay. Montreal, if you're there, go ahead.
Hi, Evanescence. I'm Tristan from Montreal. I'm a big fan of your music. Now, your first songs, like Going Under and Bring Me to Life, were more like heavy on guitar. And then you've got My Immortal, which is more like a ballad. And I was wondering if your music will always be that diverse.
started out weird and then it turned into a compliment, didn't it? Cool, thank you. Yeah, I think it's obviously we're just releasing My Immortal, which is our ballad, and there are other songs on the album that are different, that aren't heavy rock songs. I think it's very important to always be trying new things, always branch out, work all over the map instead of sticking to the same thing. I hope that the next album branches out and does stuff, more creative things even more.
Talking about that song, My Immortal?
Yes.
You guys going to be doing that for us after the break?
If you like.
You guys would like that? They would all love it. They would love it. Come on back. It's Alive as Much with Evanescence after the break performing My Immortal. With Evanescence. My name is Rick. There's the album right there if you don't have it yet. What's the deal, man? 7 million sold. It's fun. This is the third single. It's called My Immortal. Give it up. Make some noise. Evanescence.
I'm so tired of being here, suppressed by all my childish fear. And if you're after me, I wish that you would just leave, 'cause your presence still lingers here, and you won't leave me alone. These wounds won't seem to heal. This pain is just too real. There's just too much that time.
Sorry, the pedal's not working.
When you cry, I wipe away all of your tears. When you scream, I'd fight away all of your fears. And I held your hand through all these years, but you still to captivate me by your resonating weight, and I'm bound by the life you left behind. Your face, it haunts my once pleasant dreams. Your voice, it chased away all the sanity in me. These wounds won't seem to heal. This pain is just too real. There's just too much that time cannot erase. When you cried, I'd wipe away all of your tears. When you'd scream, I'd fight away all of your fears. And I held your hand through all these years, but you still
All right, everybody, make some noise. Evanescence right there. Keep it going. You can stand if you like. Everything was working okay for you this time?
No, actually.
Fantastic.
There was no pedal. It's all right. Let's rock and roll.
We'll get it next time. We'll get it next time. We want to thank you guys for coming down, the band. We want to thank the people for coming down here for the Live at Much with Evanescence, and you guys out there for watching. Thanks a lot, everybody. We're going to come outside in a minute, but we got to say goodbye to people here first. Thank you very much, Emily, for coming down today. That's great. You want to go back outside and say goodbye? Let's do it. I don't think it does, but you can use this one. Here she comes. Be careful, it's kind of slippery up here as well. There she is, everybody. Amy Lee, one more time for you. Evanescence, thanks for coming down. Thanks for watching. Uh-oh, you're going to be out here for a while, aren't you? See you, everybody. Thanks for watching. Somebody's dropping nickels and quarters and dimes. How did you like that, Amy? The fun inside? Hopefully it'll work tonight. You guys want email signs and stuff as well? You guys want email signs and stuff down here? She's coming, she's coming. Okay, there's a floor down here as well. Hey, Amy, make some noise for Amy so she'll come down.